Okay guys, this is my MagnetteV8 Coupe, still underway, hopefully finished this year. I've got to focus a bit more. I've let it languish, but time's passing and I'm not getting any younger, so might as well attempt to finish this thing. I've been pressured a bit by my family, so I just get it done, so I'm about to do that. A quick walk around. Okay, so I'm not the best photographer or movie maker, but you get the general idea. Bit squished on this side. It's my P5 Rover down there. Bit of a look under the interior if there's enough light. Back seats fitted with seat belts, and the interior roof lining's in place as well. Still a few things to do, but it's getting there. Want to fit a set of driving lights to the front and some sort of nudge bar or something just to protect the front a bit and just to add a bit more detail. Although it's pretty well much completed, there's always things left over, and hopefully they won't take me too long. Here's another view. The bonnet's open this time. Just stand back a little bit, you can see the car. Bit more clearance around the outside. I've moved some objects out. Now that radiator's out of a Valiant, an AP6 Valiant, and it's for a amount of motor of about 215 cubes, and it works well, but it's going to come out, be painted and have a cap put on the top. Not a removable cap, but a cap that'll be sealed as the recovery system's over here. And I've just made up a small steel container with a cap off a Japanese car, which works fine. The car's fitted with Stromberg auto chokes, or this V8 motor is. It's out of an SD1 Rover, and these things are supposed to be problematical, and suppose they were. One of them on this particular setup was someone had broken a piece off and araldite it on, and I hadn't picked this up for years, and so it always started oddly, but some time back I pulled one apart and noticed that, yes, one of the small ports, the inlets for the enrichment system, was blocked, and I cleared it. So I'm going to start this thing in a minute and I'll show you how these auto chokes work. It takes about 3 minutes for them to properly warm the engine. So I'm just going to, I'll turn this video off and start it up, and we'll go through the 3-minute cycle. Okay, so I've just switched the ignition on, and if I stop talking for a moment, you may hear the pump just quietly ticking in the background. It's a facet pump, not an SU. SUs haven't been very nice to me, so I fitted a facet which works pretty well flawlessly. Now, to start this up properly, you need to, with these auto chokes, to depress the throttle pedal down fully. It's down there, just, and that sets the carburetors to choke mode. Then it should start up with a bit of luck. There we go. I'll step back a little bit, kind of noisy now, but I've got to let it idle like this for about 3 minutes on fast idle. Now remember, it's all automatic. These are a mechanical system, it's not like an EFI, but it works fine. So I'll just let it idle for 3 minutes. We're standing back here near the exhaust, great way to get asphyxiated. You can still hear that it's on fast idle. A minute or so left. going to just touch the auto chokes now. They're on either side of the carburetors. And once the engine comes up to temperature, they'll get hot. A little device will turn on the inside and lower a jet, or lower the fuel delivery, I should say. Not quite right yet. Okay, so I'll touch the auto chokes again, and I can feel they're quite hot to the touch. So I'll give the throttle inside a kick now, and it should drop down a few up, or probably 500 RPM or so. Okay, my foot's on the throttle. I'll give it a quick. I'll just stab it a bit, and as you can hear, the motor drops down a bit. And once more to an idle of about 800. So they can be made to work, and most people just don't read enough of the literature on it. There's quite a bit posted on the net, and really the trick is to get both of the bimetal springs inside to turn the similar amounts. It's a bit of tinkering, but it can be done, and they are reliable once set up properly. This is the interior from the passenger side. You may not notice, but this also has a Laycock overdrive fitted to it. So it's actually got a Triumph 2.5 PI gearbox. So it's fitted with an overdrive, a Laycock overdrive, and it runs on 3rd and 4th. I made up an adapter to the engine many years ago. So that's an added bonus too. My final task, or what I'm going to focus on next, is I'll remove the radiator, and I want to fit a better fan. There's a fan in place. It's something I actually made many years ago. A bit small, it actually works fine, but I'd like to fit something that covers the face of the radiator a bit better. So the radiator will come out, have its core cleaned, although it's fine, and be painted, and the front will look a little bit different. That is, with the bonnet open, but otherwise not too much will change. Okay, now the burning question is, does this car actually move under its own steam? Well, it does. It's a bit awkward, but I'm going to try and hold this tablet and get this thing moving just using one of two hands. Here we go. So we've got it running, idles nicely. You can see my Rover in the distance. First gear, and we'll attempt to close the gap. Okay, forward. Into reverse. And the trick here is not to back into the garage. just do a quick forward again. A bit easier than reverse, especially when you get just, that's better. There you go, guys. It moves. And I think that'll do the video for today.